Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Mayor Gerardo Anaya,
Present.
Vice Mayor Jesus Roldan,
Present.
Member Luis Galindo,
Present.
Councilmember Miguel Villalpando,
Present.
Councilmember Juan Castillo,
Present.
Councilmember Marta Gonzalez,
Present.
Member Lorena Delgadillo.
Present.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Gonna move on. Call to the public. Anybody from the public wishing to address council?
Alexis Leggett.
Hi, hello, Somerton City Council. My name is Alexis Liggett. I'm a passionate advocate and parent of a perfectly created limited edition child, one with disabilities. I'd like to talk about inclusion in Somerton, especially the playgrounds, something that has the potential to be a symbol of Somerton's commitment to equality and compassion. Firstly, play is not a privilege. It is a fundamental human right. Every child deserves the opportunity to play freely in publicly funded playgrounds. Inclusion is not an option. It's a principle that should guide every decision we make in building our community. If we deny children with mobility disabilities the chance to play and socialize in a park, we're denying them the very essence of childhood, the chance to be treasured and included. In 2010, the ADA standards for accessible design was released, but we continue to build playgrounds out of compliance. We must acknowledge that gravel and sand playgrounds are not ADA compliant and should have transition plans. There are additional discrepancies that I won't elaborate on tonight, but we cannot accept or continue to build playgrounds that are not accessible to all children, especially those who need these opportunities for socialization the most, not when there are universally designed pieces that everyone can enjoy. I'm proud to be a part of the Yuma Inclusive Play Project with the City of Yuma to bring universally designed playground equipment, ensuring that every child can enjoy the benefits of play, empathy, kindness, creativity, and humanity together. A testament to what can be achieved when we do not allow budget constraints to stop us. The initiative was a stark contrast to the experience that I've had with Somerton, thus the urgency of addressing accessibility in all of our public spaces with you all tonight. Inclusive playgrounds are not a luxury. They're a necessity that for far too long have been misrepresented and lure in people under the false pretext of inclusion. We should not have playgrounds where only certain children can play, leaving others like my son, who's an adrenaline junkie, as mere spectators. Universally designed equipment is an investment in our children's present and our future. This means that inclusive spaces have the power to imprint an empathetic and nurturing nature in the future medical providers, teachers, leaders, and every other occupation in and out of this room. I can attest to this firsthand. For as long as I can remember, I've been complimented about how motherly and caring my daughter Alexa is, how she's always offering to help the new kid or the one struggling to hold their pencil, and quick to befriend. Usually people have no idea why until they get the opportunity to meet her brother AJ, and then it hits them. These character traits are something we want to instill in all our children, our future. What better way than by everyone playing together? I do want to show you the PowerPoint. I don't know where. Oh, there it is. So this is AJ at a park that was called Inclusive. And at this point in time, he had the ability to go around in a ramp. So that's ADA requires for someone that is a wheelchair user or in a mobility device to be able to get to a playground and the play structures. But this is what you would see, right? Kids just staring at playgrounds. So I get it, you don't know what you don't know, but now you know. So I hope we can all do something together. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your comments. Anybody else from the public?
Isaac Leggett.
Hello, my name is Isaac Liggett. Good evening, everybody. I just want to elaborate on the universal design. I hear a lot of buzzwords like it's inclusive. There was a park recently in Yuma that even it was on Z93. It's inclusive park. It's an inclusive park. My son can't even access the park because it's in a gravel rock pit, which was ADA deemed it not ADA compliant in 2010. And any parks that are built from 2010 or even from before 2010, they're supposed to have a way to make them ADA compliant, bring them up to code, even if they were built after 2010. So that's one thing that a lot of people don't understand on the inclusive or ADA compliance. Gravel, sand pits with the other playground equipment is not ADA compliant, and there should be a progress payment or progress way to correct those parks. Universal design. So universal design piece of equipment. One park was the Castle Park. There's one piece. There's two more coming, but everybody can use. Able-bodied kids, kids in wheelchairs, adults in wheelchairs. Everybody can use. So a typical swing, my son can't use. Elderly people can't use. A lot of people can't use. But a universally designed piece, everybody can use. And that's the most important part that we want to bring across, especially even Yuma's considered a rural area. Somerton's a rural area. We live out in the counties. We're considered a rural area. And sometimes we don't have the advantages of big cities, right? There's a big city, there's a lot of money, there's a lot of different parks, a lot of different areas where multiple people can gather and they have better entertainment pieces or these slides and swings and stuff like that. So what my family and I would like to do is help Somerton either through grants or other businesses to raise some money to get inclusive, at least one piece. We'd like more, but at least one piece of inclusive playground equipment here, as well as some other boards like we have for the City of Yuma Castle Park. And my wife hit it on it earlier. You don't know what you don't know. I mean, 5 years ago, if I was talking to myself 5 years ago, I wouldn't know what I'm talking about because there was no need for it. I never had to experience it until like that picture that my wife showed. My son was watching my daughter play, which my daughter loves Castle Park. So we took them thinking it was going to be a cool day. And then we realized my son gets to watch my daughter play. That's not very cool for a family outing. So you don't know what you don't know. And then that's why we're bringing it to light and hoping to share with other people. That way other people can help contribute and get this together so everybody could play together. Nobody's left out. So at any point in time, any of us could find ourselves with a disability. It's our duty to build a community where everyone is valued, included, and given the opportunity to thrive. Let's build a park. Let's build a legacy of inclusivity, empathy, and equality for generations to come. Let that legacy start with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So this one just has pictures so you guys can get an idea what universal design is. So see, there's Miss Wheelchair Arizona. She came down to the opening at Castle Park, and there you can see a child in a wheelchair. And there's a veteran. He was enjoying the swing too with kiddos. And there's another child, smiling, getting to play. And there's just from another view. But these are what universally designed pieces are, so everybody can play together. And then there's one, a recent one. We don't know who those kids are, so I put a smiley face on them, but that's what happens, right? When there's an opportunity for other kids to come play, then my son makes friends. It's not awkward, right? They're still looking, oh, it's a little different, but they still play. So.
I was at a Phoenix Park before we had the one.
Alexa Leggett.
Hi, my name is Alexa. Hi, my name is Alexa Angeles Liggett. I just wanted to say having the inclusive parks means so much to both me and my brother because both of us used to have to travel 3 hours to play on inclusive play equipment together. But now we went to the parks here in Yuma. I felt happy to play at the park, but I was also sad because my little brother was only able to watch me play. But now we have the Castle Park that has one inclusive play equipment piece and 2 more coming. And why stop there when we can make all parks inclusive? If anyone goes to a different park, then we can all still play. And we want inclusive play equipment so no one is sad or no one is left out. So let's make all parks inclusive. This is where my whole family, my dad, my mom, and my brother, we were in Phoenix and we got to play together on a little play piece, equipment play piece in Phoenix. This is where we were still there, but just me and my brother were on it. And also other kids went on it and it was fun to play with them too. So we made some new friends. And this is where all the kids in Phoenix, there was a bunch of people and they all had fun playing with my little brother. And it was really fun to play. And here is where just my mom went with my brother. And my brother made a new friend and he got and the little his new friend had just as much fun pushing AJ as AJ was having fun riding. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, and our Parks and Rec director is not here, but Louis and I don't know if Louis has your information, our city manager, but provide the information and then we'll get back to you, but thank you for the information.
Thank you.
Jean Dalby.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, City Council, staff members. My name is Gene Dalby. I live at 1183 West 37th Street in Yuma. I'm the president of the Yuma Region Bicycle Coalition. I read your agenda item that discussed the presentation of the road conditions and identification of Somerton street projects. And I thought it was a pretty thorough, complete diagnosis of the issues that you have here within the city of Somerton. Except I didn't see anything about bicycle. And I know that when a community embraces bicycling, the quality of life goes up significantly in so many ways. I mean, just in the past month or so, I got 20 bicycles from the city of Yuma Police Department and was able to repair them and turn them over to Crossroads Mission, and they're gone. They're all been distributed either through the thrift store or through the programs at the mission and providing transportation, or for the little kids some enjoyment of being able to get out and be free. I dare to ask how many of you have bicycles? How many of you ride bicycles? The opinion that it's.
Once a year, with a bike ride.
I'm 81 years old, and by the grace of God and by bicycling as my activity, I managed to live this long. And I give it to the physical activity that's kind of fit into my life. I don't ride like I used to. I've got 2 stents in my heart, but I lived through that thanks to bicycling. I've had a bicycle accident where I broke my hip in a couple of places, but didn't have to have surgery, but recovered because I contributed again to my health status of bicycling. So what I'm hoping that will happen in this discussion, that bicycling will be included. The problem that happens here, and this is not unique to Somerton by any stretch, if you leave bicycles out and then the light bulb goes on and says, oh my goodness, we should include bicycles, or we should have it on this street, we should have a bike lane, we should have right of way, we should, well, then it becomes an issue of an add-on. That's tough. The mayor knows as an engineer how hard it is to get right of way and all the other scoping issues that come into play when they're planning a project. And if it's an add-on, it's almost impossible. But if it's included in the basic planning, the things that go on as part of the all multimodal system, then it's going to be a harder thing maybe to remove it. But nevertheless, it seems like they still can identify, well, this much money is for bicycling. And if we don't include bicycling, then we can have this much roadway. But you've cut off a whole big piece of the community. I mean, not just from the perspective of people who just might be riding bicycles, but you got tourists that come into the area that are really avid bicycle riders. On the freeway today, back and forth, whatever, was up in Phoenix last weekend, you see, I bet almost every other RV or motorhome or whatever that's out there has a bicycle on it. And I think too that people are becoming younger in their time when they want to retire. And when a community when a company looks at a community from a perspective of their health and their awareness of what needs to be done for the citizens and the welfare of who may be their future employees, and they don't see something in the area of health, as in the case of bicycling, they might not consider the area when another city nearby has embraced it pretty well. So I'm encouraging you to the very best of my ability, and I'll be at your disposal for any discussion that you'd like to have at any level you'd like to have it, to talk about bicycles, your road structure, and what we can do to make Yuma truly, Somerton, truly the best little city in Arizona. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. You got Charles' information, right? Or do you? Yeah, so he's our public works director, so,
Oh,
yeah, so, yeah. So if you don't have his information, get it. Anybody else? Okay, we're gonna move on to consent agenda. We have one item, check register for the month of October 2023. Does a member of council want to remove the item from consent agenda? Is there a motion? Second. So a motion by Councilwoman Gonzalez, second by Vice Mayor Roldan. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We have 2 proclamations. The first one is Alzheimer's and Caregivers Awareness Month.
Whereas the City of Somerton recognizes the importance of Alzheimer's and related dementia care, and whereas Alzheimer's and related dementias have a significant impact on the health and well-being of our residents, and whereas more than 150,000 Arizonans live with Alzheimer's, which is the 4th leading cause of death in the state, and whereas more than 257,000 Arizonans provide 101 million hours in unpaid care to their loved ones living with dementia. And whereas Arizonans are actively engaged in educating about the disease, advocating for a proper continuum of care, and improving the training and care of patients with Alzheimer's disease and related dementias. And whereas the City of Somerton supports an Arizona without Alzheimer's, addressing this public health crisis. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Gerardo Anaya, Mayor of the City of Somerton, Arizona, do hereby proclaim November 2023 to the Alzheimer's and Caregiver Awareness Month in this community and encourage all our residents to learn about Alzheimer's, related dementias, and patient care.
Thank you. We have a member of Regional Center for Border Health, which they provide medical services to the community. Lorena Delgadillo. She's not a councilwoman, she's Lorena right now. The second proclamation is National Diabetes Month.
Whereas over the last 20 years, our nation has seen a significant rise in the number of adults diagnosed with diabetes, a chronic condition that can lead to a heart disease, kidney disease, vision loss, and other serious health problems. And whereas today more than 34 million American adults are living with diabetes, and an estimated 88 million more may be at risk of developing the disease. And whereas during National Diabetes Month, we draw awareness to all our forms of this dangerous condition, including type 1, type 2, and gestational diabetes and pre-diabetes, and recommit ourselves to finding a cure. And whereas 2023 marks the 102nd anniversary of the discovery of insulin, a crucial hormone that has saved millions of lives. And whereas the City of Somerton urges all citizens to work together to lower health care costs, expand coverage, and find a cure for diabetes as we commemorate this important discovery and recommit ourselves to improving treatment for all types of diabetes. And whereas while the national authorities continue to seek a cure, here at the City of Somerton, we strive to improve our awareness and prevention of all types of diabetes. The city encourages lifestyle changes, including increased physical activity and healthy eating, which can prevent a delay diabetes for people at high risk. The City of Somerton is committed to providing spaces for increased physical activities, such as our multi-use pathways, and promotes recreational youth sports for our families. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Gerardo Anaya, Mayor of the City of Somerton, Arizona, do hereby proclaim the month of November 2023 to be National Diabetes Month and call upon all Somerton residents, school systems, government agencies, nonprofit organizations, healthcare providers, research institutions, and other interested groups to join in activities that raise diabetes awareness and help prevent, treat, and manage the disease.
I'm gonna invite Ms. Delgadillo again, representing Regional Center for Border Health. Well, presentation of our current city road conditions and identification for future potential street projects.
Mr. Mayor, Council. I'm Charles Gutierrez, Public Works Director. Roadway and highway construction activity increased through the end of 2023 in our region, mainly due to strong investments in transportation infrastructure. Local and state governments have maintained healthy highway construction budgets, while federal programs such as the Highway Trust Fund and the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, or the IIJA, have bolstered industry performance. Smaller cities, towns still attempt to juggle with smaller budgets, but trends are looking upwards for the rural cities and towns with the new IIJA or BIL. Roadway and highway construction industry revenues have been expanding at a compound annual growth rate of approximately 2.3 over the past 5 years. What does this mean for Somerton? At Public Works, we have observed the busiest roads in the city. We have evaluated it on a ground level only, but when one observes road condition as being satisfactory to poor based off of the YMPO Pavement Condition Program Index of Conditions in the Yuma region, overall, we must think about moving people across the city in a safe, reliable, and efficient manner. No matter where you would like to go in the city, the growth is already happening. Now we have to keep up with the pace. We are going to be looking for funds to appropriately develop and program the following potential projects: bridge at Somerton Avenue, County 17th Street, County 15th Street, Cesar Chavez North to Jefferson, Somerton Avenue and Main Street intersection, State Avenue, in addition to other potential areas of concern with the collaborative efforts of the City Somerton Council. And as you can see on the following slides, we've had some pictures and some things going on over here at County 17th Street and Somerton Avenue Bridge. We all know that this is a bridge of concern. It's called the Taller Lateral Canal Bridge, structure 9270. The bridge in 2005 was deemed satisfactory. The overall rating was deemed satisfactory. However, that was a 2005. We're looking to ADOT to evaluate the bridge, and we will come back to council with more information on that one. The County 15th Street, Somerton Avenue to Cesar Chavez to southbound on Cesar Chavez to Jefferson, looking to do a mill and overlay of 3 inches. The road is a 3-lane, 2 eastbound, roughly 12 foot, 24 foot across, and a westbound approximately 12 foot. The road has not been resurfaced in some years. Has moderate cracks, 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch, some severe. The percentage of all roads are about 100% cracks from slight to severe. There's block cracking, mild alligator. I put the pictures there. You can see some of them aren't as bad as what they look, but they're starting to go in that direction, and we need to address them. The map on the next page shows the actual of layout of where we're looking to do some work at, and with guidance from the council. On State to Main Street to Fulton, this project is looking for a grant mechanism to fully build out this project, looking at curb and gutter, sidewalk replacement, driveways, manholes, striping, roughly at a cost of $2 million. Somerton Main Street improvements, looking to remove and construct existing concrete work, remove existing catch basins, remove and salvage bus shelters, remove and replace new traffic signal arms, construct approximately 1/8 of the asphalt, construct pedestrian and site amenities, Main Street and Somerton Avenue signal. This project will be replacing the 4 signal arms and reconstructing the collaborative project with Circle K. This will allow the intersection to address any issues of congestion with right, left turns, and the median on the south leg of Somerton Avenue. looking at 4 signal arms, reconstruct the intersection, looking at ADA compliance on that. Striping, this fund is going to be coming from the Arizona legislature when they passed the budget at about $1.3 million. Public Works staff with the Streets Department is currently developing the pavement preservation program for this year. We are again running a collaborative project with the City of Yuma and San Luis. Looking for areas of concern, realignment with last year's program, and we're not to leave streets at half completed. With continued growth in the city, Public Works has to be on top of the infrastructure needs, and the roads are the network which we have to traverse around the best little city. To grow your business in Somerton Public Works, or in Somerton means Public Works has to be ahead of the game in all facets from road, water, and sewer. Be forward thinkers in the infrastructure for our residents. And Mayor, the last thing we'd like to say is looking at roads in the city, we do consider all ADA compliance on the ramps, looking at the multimodal side of it for the bicycles and the transit side of it also, considering all that in our development.
Any questions or comments?
Mayor, if I may.
Yes, go ahead, Councilman Villalpando.
Charles, I'm not sure if you're aware of this. I know you're fairly new to the city, but just quick FYI, the voters back in '05, I believe, approved funding for reconstruction and repavement of these roads, and we essentially took out what was known as the GATA loan. I believe we're about to finish paying that particular loan. So you might want to look into the savings of possibly some funds and for future projects. I mean, there's 2 options really. I mean, you could go get additional loan monies to complete some of these projects, or we could just bank that money, save them for a couple of years, and then just pretty much pay for the projects as they come. So I'm not sure if you were aware of those fundings that were very specific for roads.
Councilmember Villapando, I am not aware of that, but I will follow up with town manager and with Louis and with Carmen.
City manager.
City manager, yes.
Sandro. Yeah, that loan is going to be paid 25 or the 2025 or 26, and that's a conversation that I did have with the city manager that we should start thinking of our capital improvement project for the next 5-10 years, and because we're going to have those funds available. And I think back, was it like Councilman Villalpando said in 05 or 08, we borrowed like it was like 8 million for road improvements, and at that time most of our roads were in disrepair, and thanks to the tax to our residents that voted for that secondary tax, then we were able to borrow, and all the north was reconstructed. We didn't have any drainage, no curb and gutter and all that, and so now we're gonna have more funding. So we gotta start, thinking of what we want, what we need to reconstruct, if we need to add capacity to some streets or whatever it is. And the other comment is we have our slurry seal program, and we should start looking, especially on our arterial roads. Like we just heard on our bike lanes, we have some roads that we constantly get complaints about speed, and we know that the wider the road, the driver behavior is to go faster. So we can have some road diets. Either 3rd Avenue in Yuma is a very good example, where it has on-street parking and bike lanes, and it was a 2-lane road. But there's some streets that fit the category here that could help, and it alleviates, also calms traffic and allows for bicycles and even on-street parking. So that's probably something that I would like to see, even with our CO program, that we can identify some streets, especially our arterial streets. You go through Somerton Avenue on a bike, and most of the driveways are like this, and it's just a dangerous situation. It doesn't rain here, but if it would, we would have more accidents. So,
Mayor, if I may, I just want to give a quick update to Mayor and Council on, spoke with our Community Development Director, and he was going to follow up with our Public Works Director. We are looking at reviewing our master pathway and bicycle plan. And that is going to be one of the things that we were talking about this week. And also on the GATA loan and those type of things, I actually had that discussion with the Finance Director. And so she's going to be helping Carmen and I evaluate our debt and looking at those that are coming to an end and evaluating, how the funding with the department directors what'd be the best option, doing GATA with, just looking at the different options for what we have, our needs here in the city. So I just want to kind of, we're going to be evaluating that. Debt services is something that the finance director, we want to really look at to make sure that as we come up with these new projects, there's funding availability too.
yeah, and another thing on the our multi-use path, they're very popular. Our residents love them, and we here a couple years ago we were aggressive in trying to get them done. And last year I think we've only done one section, and we still haven't landscaped that area. So we can have a program every year. We don't have to do all of it, but something, quarter mile, a mile a year or whatever it is, so we can, follow that plan that was to so have the city all with multi-use path, so we can keep those type of projects in our CIP for future years.
10-4, sir.
Any other questions, comments? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, summer of current events.
So first we have PD.
Mayor and Council, good afternoon. A couple of things to mention. Our animal control truck should be getting some graphics done, hopefully by the following week, and then we should have the second animal control truck coming in March of 2024. Let me introduce myself. Araceli Juarez, Chief of Police with the little best city in Arizona, Somerton. Sorry about that. Our cadet in the academy is on his 7th week. He is doing very good. Hopefully, he has a couple more, so it's a total of 21 weeks. So he has still a chunk ahead of himself. We have, you will see these flyers. I'll show them up here for you real quick in Spanish and English. It's an event that we're having on November 15th at the Somerton Public Safety Building. We'll be doing a specialized recruitment for police officers working with Arizona at Works and our Humane Resources Department. This event will run from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. and it'll start every hour. So we'll have information for anyone that's interested in applying and discovering the pathway to becoming a police officer. That'll be a very, very interesting platform to showcase and share with anyone that's interested. So you can call the Somerton Police Department or reach out to the City of Somerton Human Resources Department. The other thing we have is since we're doing a Alzheimer's Awareness Month proclamation, I wanted to mention to the public that we also have the ability at our public safety building through our dispatch center to record anyone with disabilities that we were able to have name, dates of birth, and address. If we encounter anyone that has Alzheimer's out in the street, we can keep track of that. It'll make it a lot easier for the officers to quickly identify where we need to take this person to. And that is all I have. Thank you.
Finance, Shona.
Good evening, Mayor, Council.
Shona Medell, Finance Director. I wanted to let you guys know that we just finished up our site visit for our audit for fiscal year 2023. No comments back. Everything looked pretty good. I want to thank the staff and our team and getting all the information that they need when they were on site. So hopefully we'll have that finished up sometime in December. And then we'll bring that back to you for presentation. I also wanted to let you know that we are advocating buy local. We met a couple of months ago, I guess probably when I first started, with Ace Hardware to come to a type of determination of how we can start to buy from them, make sure that their invoices and payments are all the different aspects of Ace Hardware. So the usage of that program has been for 3 weeks now for the departments. So we're really trying to stay local. Also, November, the month of November is our inventory month. So I sent out to all departments a spreadsheet furnished by the police department because they had a wonderful spreadsheet that they allowed us to use it as a template. And so that was furnished to all departments in order for them to get inventory started. So we're doing that the whole month of November, and that is due by December. That's all I have for you. Thank you.
Chief Hernandez?
Good evening, Mayor and council members. Javier Hernandez, Somerton Cocopa Fire Chief. Just wanted to let you know that I got a phone call yesterday from Fire Chief Mark Rivera from Walton Fire, thanking us for helping during that agricultural bus rollover that they had enrolled. A total of 28 patients were transported. We ended up sending 2 of our ambulances down to Roll, and the staff up-staffed another ambulance with the spare ambulance that we have, but we still had coverage within our city. And then also the Zero to Hero cadet program is coming to an end. They just did their Arizona State Firefighter 1 and 2 state testing this week, and saved the date for November 16 at AWC. They're gonna have their graduation. Once I have more information, I'll provide it to you guys. Thank you.
Charles, Public Works?
Mayor, Council, Charles Gutierrez, Public Works. Streets, annual cleanup in the 9th area, getting ready to progress into the 10th. Parkview Avenue, Main Street improvements. The pavement has been laid. We're waiting on some small minor sidewalk repairs. It should be completed here really quick. Main Street and Parkview Avenue traffic signal. We're still waiting on the signal arms. The contractor is installing the cabinets. I will be reaching out to Jim Allen tomorrow to talk about opening up the rest of Main Street. The water tank, Yuma Valley contractors will begin the footings this week. The Somerton 1898 contractor is still working on the infrastructure. Somerton Heights Phase 2, the project has been advertised. We have a November 17th at 11 o'clock, a pre-bid meeting. December 1st at 11 o'clock, submissions are due, and we'll open and read the bids at 11:05. Thank you.
Mayor, our Parks and Rec Director had to take care of family situation, so, but I did want to, she did leave some things to announce, and just to let you know, they have signed the application agreement and renewed it with the Yuma Community Food Bank for the senior center. We have 2 of their staff went to a transportation training at the YMPO. They got certified for 3 years as part of the grant, the senior shuttle that we're gonna receive. Hopefully, it'll still be a year from now, but that's part of the grant funding criteria. And just wanted to kind of remind everyone, there's a lot of events coming up during this year, and I know I won't mention the first one because I think someone else will mention it. But the lighting of Centennial, the tree and the park will be November 30th, and all this information we'll send it to you. But they have the All-Star Talent Show November 16th. They're having a coaches recognition dinner December 2nd. We're gonna have for the first time in a while a Jingle Bell Rock and Run 5K and 3K run walk So that's gonna be, we'll send you more information on that. And then, the Somerton Senior Center, they'll be having their event, so we'll send you that information. It says, bring your festive holiday attire, so I'm thinking Christmas ugly sweaters kind of thing, so. And then, but coming up before that will be the Thanksgiving celebration at the Senior Center, November 15th from 10 to 12. So please, we'll be sending that, Andrea will be sending that to you to add to your calendar. And we're closed, yes, and in recognition of Veterans Day, the office, City Hall will be closed on Friday.
A lot of sad faces.
That's it.
I
thought you were crying.
Hey, earlier presentation had me, so.
Councilman Villalpando.
I don't have anything, Mayor. Thank you.
Councilwoman Gonzalez.
Like the city manager mentioned, I'm inviting everybody. We're having our annual corn festival this Saturday. Kickoff is at 12. I think everybody got an email, so if you can be there to help us kick off the event. Event will run from 12 to 12.
Councilman Castillo.
I got nothing, Mayor.
Councilwoman Velez.
I have nothing, Mayor.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, Mayor. You know what? Sorry.
Say sorry to Delgadillo.
Sorry, Mr. Delgadillo. You know what? Prior to that, to our meeting, we did have a benefits committee meeting. We're trying to get all that information ready for you in a timely manner. We're doing it with enough time. All members of the committee were present, and there's a lot of healthy discussion going on. So we should have something for you all tentatively February, maybe. So just wanted to report on that. I'm sorry, Mr. Delgadillo.
I don't have anything, man.
No, Mr. Delgadillo didn't.
Vice Mayor Roldan.
Yeah, Mayor, I attended the asylum seeker meeting at the Regional Center for mayors from San Luis, Yuma, and also Chairman Porches. White House representatives, representative from Governor, Arizona Governor, fire chiefs from City of Somerton and San Luis and City of Yuma, and also custom agents from Tucson, which they're in charge of the San Luis Port of Entry. And I think they heard from all of us, from all the mayors and myself, and also Chief Hernandez was there, and he talked a little bit about the cost that we're taking, and we're not getting reimbursed for that, and that's not including the putting on the vehicles, tear and wear, and all that. And I think the people that were here, they were writing all the things that we were saying, and all the comments that were. So I think they're taking that in consideration, and also they were talking about grants and things that they'll be talking about. Was it FEMA or FEMA? They'll be reimbursing. So I think we have to be in the lookout for that to see if we can get anything from that. Also, I attended the forefront ed of the tourism summit, and people from Baja California, Sonora, the Arizona tourism, and Canada, and also Mayor Nieves and Chairman Porches was there. Also members from the City of Somerton, and it was nice to hear every tourism person talk about their different places, and we have something really close to which is Puerto Peñasco, and is considered one of the biggest one in tourism for Sonora. So close by us. So get to meet different people from Mexicali and San Luis and Sonora, and I think it's good that we I guess have those connections. I went to the grand opening for the Godmother Pizzeria, and the owner, I guess, she has family in Somerton, and she's living her dream and opening something that she always wanted. So I think
like Shona said, mashallah, so we can go out there and especially when we have events, we can get something. And just that. Oh, and sorry, I'm gonna put one, Councilmember Castillo, and I also, spoke to Louis regarding the donation that, Rotary Club will be doing to the senior centers, about 5,800 or something like that. So that's the money that was, made from the, sales of the beer at the, so tell them to keep it going. Half of it, yeah, that's just half of the money that was paid, so it was nice to hear that.
Tomorrow, city manager and myself, we're gonna meet with a previous city manager, Billy. He wants to sit down and he says he's got some ideas for the children of Somerton. So after we meet, I'll have, Louis, email, so just to see what was discussed and what ideas he has. And the Core Fest, I want to thank the organizers and also staff for all your assistance to the, and good luck to the Core Fest. It's coming up. So this kicks, we had our UTV, Corn Fest, Tamale Fest, so then all the events next year, that's why Somerton is known as the best little city for events. Team. So it's 7. Oh no, we have we have one executive session. It's related to operations of the wastewater treatment. Is there a motion to adjourn to executive session?
Second.
Motion by Councilman Delgadillo, second by Councilman Castillo. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.